Hey, what's good? What's good? Uh, yeah, welcome to yet another episode of the Men Like Us podcast, a show for men by men. Y'all, if you're listening to this on audio platforms, you already know what it is. We have to bring some people into the stream, and while we do that, you can head on over to the review section of of your podcasting platform and give this podcast 5 stars. Give me a 5 stars. You don't have to leave a written review. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. Just give this podcast a 5 star rating. It helps make the show more visible to people who are searching for a new podcast. So help me be a little bit more visible. Spread the love. Spread the word. Give me 5 stars. Help a brother out. So and yeah, we're gonna take just a little bit to share this stuff on out. But I'm rocking with my man Colin. What's going on, man?
Evening, buddy.
Happy Friday indeed. All right, let me share this 1 second. And then I got a few more places I normally drop the podcast. And we gotta give people some time to get in, and it's that same old. I know y'all, but hey, we have to do it this way because I don't have time to edit shows and then post them on audio platforms. I just don't. We have to do this thing live. So
Live is always better, though. I mean, that's when we get those moments where we're all like, and
absolutely.
then kind of go from there. But it's a good thing about it. Like it makes it a lot more organic, which is amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's definitely good shit. Oh, there it is. It's definitely good shit. Mm. Yeah, I hear me just mashing on my keyboard. I'm a keyboard masher. I got these big old paws. I just fucking killing it.
Oh,
But
I mean,
I'm
it's
old
part
enough to have a typewriter in the house. So
it's part of what we love about you, buddy.
there
Plus,
you
I mean,
go.
like, so when I was younger, we had an electronic typewriter. Did you ever see one of those?
No.
So it essentially it looked like a typewriter with a computer keyboard, and there was a strip about this big, and as you typed on it, it would show you the window showed you digitally like 5 words at a time. So you would type out like one sentence and then hit print, and it would print out of the not a typewriter type thing, but like it would print out of the old school. I can't remember what they're called, but like the with the perforated edges, paper around the edges,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and it would just show you that one sentence.
Wasn't that laser printer shit? Wasn't it those? What the
Oh, I,
rip that shit off? Wasn't that what laser printers use?
I think so, but this was like it kind of
Oh,
predated
really?
that because you would still, as you were typing, the paper would go up as you
Uh-huh.
were printing it out.
Hey
Like
Raven.
it, hey Raven, good to
Uh,
see you again.
I never seen that, man. I'm gonna have to Google that shit. Check it out,
Uh,
man.
I will send you a link. For the time, it was the hottest thing ever,
Oh, I
best
bet.
thing since sliced bread. But when I look back, I'm like, that was the worst thing I've ever used in my life because I used to type out school projects on it.
Oh, and you were so patient and willing to wait.
Oh
And that's really what technology has done. It's made us impatient as fuck.
yes,
As
agreed.
fuck.
Yep.
Oh man. So yeah, before we started this whole shebang and bang, I was telling you that was it a teletype machine? Is that it?
I would have to Google it.
Oh, okay.
Carry on. I'll come back to that one.
What's
Let
up,
me see if I can
Monica?
find it.
What's up, Dion? Yeah, so anyways, rocking my gaming chair, which is definitely useful right now. But yeah, I got my first stitches ever. So I was at the doctor's office this week and they were like, "Wait, you never had stitches before?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "What kind of childhood did you have?" I'm like, "A childhood with no broken bones or fucked up shit, or actually I had a childhood with limited access to healthcare. How's about that?" Not that I would get my whole arm sliced up, but I remember I cut my hand. I don't know what I was doing. I think we were playing around the garbage dumps or some shit. I think I jumped in it and I cut my hand on some glass. I didn't get stitches. We just put a band-aid over that shit and just let it heal.
Are you kidding me? We just put some dirt in it and walked it off.
Like, you weren't getting no stitches, man. But yeah, I got some stitches on my back. And oh yeah, Raven's dealing with some stitches right now. I know that's gross, yo. That's off topic. That was TMI. I was just telling Colin before the show. So
yeah, but you still didn't tell me why you needed them or how many you got.
Not many. I just have to, take it easy. So that means, no workouts at the boxing gym. I do go to a boxing gym, keep these hands nice.
Just for, move.
It feels cute when I'm out with my girlfriend. Yeah, right. Can't move extremely bad now. We can't go down to the boxing gym. Keep the hands nice and fresh.
Exactly. Turn your head more instead of turning from the hips. You'll be
yeah, exactly. No, I was not stabbed or anything like that. But yeah, so really, one of really, I guess the main thing I wanted to talk about today, Colin, and I know you've been witness to this, but actually, because we're both in the men's only group, and one of the most heartbreaking things to see is men get severely hurt or even broken by their journey to self-actualization, their journey to living in their truth. It just sucks that these guys go and all of us go through it. Everybody has a low point. We all have a severely negative experience with one of the girls in the community, whether we're in a relationship with them or not. A lot of times it's in relationships, but it can just go bad so many ways, and it could leave a lot of guys broken, frustrated, and it's just like my heart goes out to the young guys. They're dealing with a lot of young girls that just ain't ready. They're not ready. They ain't all put together just yet. Their identity isn't solidified in a sense. And, it's awful, especially for the men who did take the time to do the work and set themselves on a journey of self-betterment. But, really, today we're just here to tell the guys, don't give up. Yep. Do not give up. We know being DL is the easier path. We know this. But everybody knows this.
But not the right one.
Oh, no. No.
I do agree with you, Chris. Like it is the easier one, particularly when you're kind of starting your journey of self-actualization, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, like that, if you're looking for something deeper than just sex, that's not the right path to take, because there are so many of us out there who just stop at that point and like keep it as, I'm going to do this and keep it hidden, as opposed to I'm going to do this, embrace it, and make a life with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Corey.
What's up, Corey? How y'all doing?
Doing all right, man.
Doing good, brother.
Yeah. Sorry I'm late to the show. I was at the gym lifting.
Yeah, it's all good. We were just talking about, some of the stories we've been seeing in the group lately, and just stories that we know overall. I know you have your own negative experiences, but, there is a point for a lot of guys where they just get frustrated and they're just ready to give up. And, they just get down on themselves because, they've experienced a huge hurt. whether it's from somebody they're in a relationship or just not, just something happened in general. Maybe they're just frustrated with their dating options and they're not able to get in a relationship while, it's all sorts of things. And really one of the most heartbreaking stories, and ladies, y'all don't, for those of y'all that are watching, and guys, this is for you to hear as well. But I could definitely say that I've seen it, and I've actually been in that situation myself. I've been in a situation where I was dealing with a girl who respected me less because I was living in my truth. She didn't value that as much as the DL gods that she was praising or just creaming in her pants for. And it was just like, we've seen this happen with some other guys. We've had some guys share similar experiences where it's like, yo, this girl don't respect me at all. And in fact, because I'm living in my truth, she sees me as less of a man.
Which is absurd.
Absolutely absurd. But it is still the hurt that you feel for when you care about somebody and they see you as less than a man for, I guess, validating their femininity in a healthy way.
Yeah.
As opposed to a DL guy being the hyper masculine, exaggerated, person that they need him to be. But it's just like, I get it. We all get frustrated a lot of times with the preference of some of the more immature girls, some of the less developed girls that their preference for DL guys. It's a thing. Yes. And like Colin said in the beginning, when you're navigating and you're looking to talk to some girls, looking to meet some people, girls are going to gravitate towards you less because you're living in your truth. You had the fortitude to make that journey, to start on that path. The journey is never done. The journey ain't done for me.
Well,
but to start on that path and to take the road less traveled, there are some sacrifices there.
There's also another factor to consider as well.
Uh-huh.
I mean, a lot of the ladies, they end up getting like, what's the word for it? Trauma through their relationships and stuff like that. And they think, oh, well, I had all these unhealthy relationships in the past, so that must be how it's supposed to be. Like I had an ex who thought less of me because she would do things to test me, and I, of course, I'd call her out on it. Like, she'd be out late at night, drinking 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, all hours of the night. And I called her out on it, like, what the hell? That's not cool, and that's kind of disrespectful for me. You said you're going to be home at such time. And she was like, expect me to fucking backhand her. And I'm like, I will never, ever put hands on a woman ever. And when we broke up, she let me know, well, you didn't really put me in my place. You're kind of a soft man because you didn't backhand, you didn't smack me around. What?
Wow.
Yeah,
what the
that's
fuck,
pretty
man?
crazy. That's
I'm sorry, but like, what
red
the
flag.
fuck? Like, and like, okay, so I get it. Again, like, so there are, I guess like different behaviors that a lot of these women are used to, and kind of when they find somebody who doesn't fit the status quo, it's like, what the fuck? But from your story that you just told us, Corey, that's self-destructive.
Yeah.
Well, right. She was, go ahead.
She was still mad in love with her ex, who, this guy's crowning achievement is he was a manager of a used tire shop. So he was so much more of a man than me. That was his only achievement in life. He was pessimistic. He was a terrible person. He would smack her around and all this other shit. But yet somehow he was more of a man than me. I was like, damn, they must really pay really well at used tire shops. Damn.
Yeah, well, that's. I mean,
trauma bond.
That's
trauma bond.
I mean, there's all sorts of things like that with cis and trans women in general. But I think with this crowd that we're dealing with specifically, and just with us, it is like, hey, would you have an easier time getting women to be attracted or enthralled with you if you were DL? Absolutely. Yeah,
You have a hell of a lot more one
you
night
would.
stands if that's what you wanted.
Yeah, you would most likely clap more cheeks. I'm just gonna say that. You would most
Yeah.
likely. I mean, they're clapping the cheeks. It just is what it is. But you know what? I guess, and for those of you who don't know what DL is, because I know that's a very like jargon kind of term. Um, Alexandria explains it perfectly. The DL men are the ones who see trans women as men. They don't see trans women as women. That's why they sneak around. These guys are keeping secrets. They're not being, truthful about what they do and who they do it with. And really, I guess I guess to the men who are like questioning whether they should continue on this journey, whether they should even start on it at all I can say is, don't take the easy way out. Staying DL, staying staying in that mode, you're taking the easy way out and you're robbing yourself of growth and development. And like it's not an easy road. It's gonna suck while you're in it. You're gonna run into some things that may be unfair, that affect that might leave a scar on you. But by the time you're out, by the time you go through it and not out, but like by the time you have gone through it, you will have reaped so many rewards. This journey of living in your truth really shows you who you are and what you're made of.
Oh, absolutely. And that's a
Yeah.
really good way of putting it.
Yeah. And it's like you take the easy way out and you rob yourself of all those rewards. Bye, Raven.
Raven.
So yeah, it's just like you rob yourself of all the things you gain, all the things you learn about yourself, about your sexuality, like because living in your truth, there's less restrictions on how you explore your sexuality now. All of that. But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's just like I don't want men to quit or just say, you know what, that looks difficult, and it seems like these girls don't like guys who live in their truth. Like I'm gonna be DL and I'll just do my thing. It's just, it's just one of those things. I think there is a lot you can find out about yourself in terms of, I'm sorry, I'm losing my words here. You reconcile your masculinity with your sexuality. You have less hangups. You're more confident. You're more self-actualized. Like you are a more secure man. You're more secure in your manhood. So now you being caught with this girl and everybody knows that she's trans doesn't make you less of a man, and you're not running from it. You're not deathly afraid. That isn't the shit that keeps you up at night anymore. That's not your nightmare because it doesn't matter. You know you're a man at the end of the day, and that shit ain't gonna shake your identity. But
It makes you more of a man to be open about it because you essentially put a target on your back, A target as far as people trying to fuck with you, target as far as your work, losing out on work. I know that one very personally. Thank you very much. So I mean, yeah, it makes you more of a man. It makes you, I guess mentally tougher in a way because you have to be. There is no other way about it because you'll face not as much as the ladies do, but you will face discrimination and you will face some bullshit. But again, you have to remember it's not usually not nowhere near what the ladies face. But at the same time, you're putting a target on your back as well, being open. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
And I mean, look, there is a term that I will give him credit. Mr. Troy Kennedy, hit me to called functionally DL. Like just because you go out on public dates with girls doesn't mean that you've hit that sweet spot just yet. Really it's all about being authentic with your inner circle and being your authentic self with the people that you care about, your loved ones. So this isn't about, running around your college campus or running around your job or around your apartment building. Like, I'm not saying how men move and who we date and what we like is everybody in the world's business. I've kind of made it that way, but that's just because I'm doing this podcast thing. But I'm just trying to get men in a space where they're not trying to hide it. They're not running, scared. They're not running for the hills. They're not putting it on women to keep their secret. Because that's another thing, you're looking for this relationship, guys. You're looking for this love. You want this, you want it, but you got to do what's fair for the girls too. You can't put that on your partner. You can't put your secrets, your insecurities on her. That shouldn't be her cross to bear. She's got her own shit. But now because you're DL and nobody can know that she's trans, that's on her. She shouldn't have that pressure. She shouldn't have that pressure to, all right, Colin's got the kids at the house, so he's got to. Yeah, but look, guys, it's just not fair. Women should not have to bear the brunt of, your fears in that way, and it's just one of those things. So it's just like life is easier up front, but you are robbing yourself of the growth, the rewards, all these things. But then at the end of the day, life gets a lot harder as things move on and things progress when you're DL. Obviously, there's only so far you can go, but it's just like, hey, all right, she wants you to take her out for Valentine's Day because you guys have been dating for 6 months. Okay, well, you don't want anybody to find out. Huh?
Let's go to the opposite end of town, about 30, 40 minutes out, go through some traffic. And my buddy knows a good spot out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah, there's definite fuckboy tactics. I have family members that do that kind of fuckboy shit. That's they're cis men dating cis women, but they are fuckboys nonetheless. And that's the kind of fuckboy shit they do. But we're gonna go to the movie theater on the other side of the city. And when I say a city, I mean like a city like LA. Like they'll drive clear across LA to go to a movie theater somewhere where don't nobody really know them with some other girl, and then hang out with their girl in their own neighborhood. Like that kind of fuckboy dastardly bullshit. So, it's just look, I feel for the men. I especially feel for the young guys who are, dealing with, certain things. But, on this journey, I mean, once you start this journey, a lot of men who start this journey very early on, you are secure in a way where society can't fuck with you. Outside people telling you shit, condemning you, coming down on you, saying whatever, like you've kind of steeled yourself from that. Like you don't care. Somebody at the mall has something to say because the girl isn't passable, or whatever. Or like somebody in your family finds out and they got something to say. Like after a while, that doesn't become a problem. But what really shakes a lot of these young guys up, and this is really something that for the guys who are listening, this is something for you to really expect and be prepared for. But what trips a lot of guys up is the criticism and attacks that come from women in the community itself.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, fuck the world. I could take all the attacks from them, but when it's coming from the girls, it hits us in a way that nobody else can hit us. And I've seen guys completely like lose their shit. Like they fall into pieces. They have to pick up the pieces of who they are and try and figure out some new thing. And I mean, a lot of times that can be a good thing because now you have to kind of rebuild yourself and pick yourself back up. But and you grow from it. You become a little bit stronger going through that. But it's just like we men don't expect it. We don't expect to be attacked. We didn't. Most guys don't see it coming. That's what I'm saying. Oh, you chase, you do this, you that. You're wrong. You should really figure out a different way to do that. Like who you are and what you like is a problem. It's problematic. It's
this one.
That bad.
So when I first did my YouTube channel, I created my first video, where I come out and say I love trans women, yada yada yada. Right. That video kind of, it didn't really go viral, but it got a lot of views, right? And if somebody posts up, I'm assuming one of the ladies took the video and posted on this like closed secret Facebook group called I think what is it, like the Pretty Trans Dolls or the Pretty Dolls or some shit like that. You basically had to be very pretty, or passing to be in this group or whatever. And anyways, post this video up of mine, and a lot of women were talking mad shit about me, saying all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, oh, I bet he's got a hairy ass. I see little dick MAGA energy. He's probably really good at sucking dick. All this crazy shit. And I know this because
why is that an insult? Why?
And what, like, why would they even be talking shit about you to begin with, considering the fact that you were just being genuine about that? Like,
it gets worse though. They said that. What else did they say? That I have little dick MAGA energy when make America great, Trump, all that stuff. Oh, another woman said that she was an escort, saying men like Corey should just shut up and stay in the closet because this woman had the audacity to say this, that she will lose out on clients if guys like me step up and speak out.
wow.
So a good friend of mine seen this, and she took screenshots of these conversations, and only because I asked her, because she hit me up saying that I don't care what nobody says about you, you're doing great things. I was like, what do you mean? What's people saying? And this is when I was still kind of new to it. I didn't know any of you guys. I was kind of on my own, right? And then and she's like, "Oh, forget I said anything." I was like, "No, you said too much. What are they saying?" And that's when she sent me the screenshots. I was like, "Damn, that fucked me up for a minute." I was like, "Damn, I knew I was going to get some hate from in the community. I was expecting that, but a lot of other shit, like, wow, dude, it surprised me, So
nobody sees it coming, especially the guys who brave the airwaves and decide to put themselves out there in a vulnerable position to be attacked by anybody in the world, or even have their employment fucked with, or their housing fucked with, whatever. It could fuck up your school life. Who knows? But it's just like, definitely those guys are the ones that don't. We don't see it coming. But just a regular average guy, and they definitely don't see it coming either. So, but I guess, hold on, I want to share this comment here. Hey, Alexis, what's going on? Tracy from the comments said, I disagree. Deal can mean that he just doesn't think it should be advertised, or it could be about being able to earn a living. And that I totally understand that, but for all the things that we talk about on the show, as a point of clarification, I am not telling people to run and share details about their romantic life, their sexuality from the rooftops, or wear t-shirts, or start a hashtag, or like be Mr. Rainbow Flag at work. Any of that stuff, I'm saying we need to help men get to a place where they can be their authentic selves with the people that they love and the people that they care about, and not fear other people finding out. If they find out, they find out. But it's definitely not and this is not the first time that we've kind of had to clarify in this way, but it's definitely not that. I would never recommend everybody go out and start a podcast.
I disagree with that. I recommend everybody get a sticker right on their forehead, a massive sticker.
I'm trans attracted.
You're canceled, Chris. That's cancellation. I cancel Chris.
Okay, well, so if anything, what's going to happen here is that the next time you guys see me, I'm going to have both of your YouTube channels and fucking like all of your social media channels just tattooed right across here.
But free advertisement.
But it'll be backwards. That way you can read it when I'm on camera with you guys, like in situations like now, and it'll just be right across the top.
I could definitely say that I don't talk to anybody. Well, I'm sorry, I don't go to my job saying, "Hey, y'all, I date trans women, and I think they're actually pretty attractive, and I think people should respect them." And this, I don't start in with all this stuff because, frankly, I'm not that close with anybody that I work with. So, it's a professional relationship. I don't know shit about their boyfriends. Boyfriends and girlfriends. Only thing I ever know is if they have one or if they don't. Because, if they got one, they're going to talk about them. They got a family, they're going to talk about them. But that's it. So, like, I understand that. But, we did do a stream. I want to say it was last year. No, it was the year before last year. It was in 2021. We did a stream talking about pro athletes because I had come into contact with this girl who, was a single mom, and she had a boyfriend who went to the NBA. And she was like, yo, he went to the NBA, everything changed. And I'm like, dang, well, like, how do I feel about NBA players living in their truth? And I have to be honest, I'm just one of those people where it's like, hey, while they're pro players, you might have to put that on hold. You might not be able to be the most public person in the world. Yeah, would it help a lot of people if the LA Laker was, open and out in public with his girl? Sure.
Oh, of
absolutely. Course. That would be great. But I would never say, oh, they should all be open no matter what, blah, blah. Because look, it ain't about just him. He's supporting his mom, his family, the whole family eating off of him. So now this isn't like, it's like LeBron. Like, it's Team LeBron. It's not just LeBron. Team LeBron supports LeBron, his family, his high school friends, whoever, all the people, the accountant, the financial planner, the publicist, the mom, all the members of Team LeBron. You're not going to be the girlfriend that's going to show up and have more authority than all these people that are part of his team that make sure he gets fucking paid.
Yeah.
The average NBA career is 4 years? Like, you're going to have to figure out if you can wait 4 years or deal with this thing for the amount of time that he's making these millions of dollars that will set you up for the rest of your life. And I said it like, rest of your life. It's just one.
Living on the beach somewhere.
Yeah, I talked to him like, yeah, like, that's crazy. I understand why she couldn't do it, but I can't chastise the guy for, for not wanting to give up his chance to make tens of millions of dollars, for a couple of years of work. So it sucks. It's not ideal. Not ideal at all. So, anywho, I know we kind of went off on a tangent there talking about the DO thing. But yeah, we're not saying all that stuff, but, for the men who are trying to be more secure in themselves, live in their truth, become better men, as a result of this, like, stay the course. Don't give up. I've known guys that have given up, said, fuck it, I'm out. I'm going back to cis women. Done. And, I can't fault them. I can't be mad at them for it, but it's just like, I just hate to see people who showed up with good intentions, ready to put in the work, and, just run out because all the negative shit they got back in return.
Yeah.
All the lack of support and all that junk. So go ahead, Colin.
And that's a really good point, Chris. When it comes to having that support or lack thereof within anybody's support network or lack thereof, that unfortunately can sway kind of where a person falls. Right. Like, so with myself, and I have said this before on the channel. So I have a fantastic family and a fantastic support network for myself and, the people I'm attracted to, and like how, like, with being with the person that I'm with, it sucks for people who don't have that. But even if you don't have that, it's not a reason to stop pursuing what you want. And if you don't have that, come and find us. Come and find our group on Facebook. Come and find out, like, reach out to any of us. And you will
Yes.
find that support because we are all a part of this amazing group of people that share something very special.
110%.
Right. So if this is your first time watching, your 10th time watching, if you've been quiet the entire time, if you don't know where to go, find us. We're here. And we're waiting to show you that you're not alone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I second that for real.
Let me share this. Gotta share the screen. Kind of like I'm the old man on the Zoom call, like, well, hold on, I gotta share. Give me a second.
Hold up, I gotta share it to the YouTube.
Exactly. So yeah, look, the Men Like Us tribe. Hey, by all means join it. It's a men's only safe space. It's a great group. And we're actually having the first in a long time, but we're having we're back to having Zoom support group video chats. So Sunday we're all gonna just get together, talk, fellowship, joke, share stories, share what's going on with us right now, just be there to support each other, so I do believe in men supporting men and men helping each other along their journey. Because, frankly, none of this stuff should be put on the backs of women. Women shouldn't have to do the work for us, and they shouldn't be made to hold our hand while we go through our journey. We should be doing this on our own. I've always advised that you get yourself right before you try to jump into these relationships. I've always advised that, but we're here to help. We're here to support. And if you just need somebody to listen and share your stories and just somebody to identify with, then by all means join the Men Like Us tribe on Facebook. We're definitely all here for it. And there are men that come in and they share some awful stories, about things that have been done to them, how they've been made to feel by, their religious leaders, the trans women that they date, their family, all that stuff. We're definitely here for it. I was laughing earlier at Roy. Roy said they got me quiet now. I still date, but I'm not speaking on nothing. And hey, do what you do, bro. Like ain't nothing. I can't say nothing to that. You got to do what's best for you. And if at a certain point, you might have to unplug because it's just stressful. It can be stressful. Depends on how you do it. What was it? Jordan says we should have meetups in certain cities. I'm in DC. Actually, we had a meetup in Houston. Yeah, we should have had one last. We didn't have one. It was in 2021. We had a 2021 meetup in Houston, and it was a blast. So we were, we went around to some clubs. We did a live stream conversation. We hung out at my building for a while, and we just kicked it. So it was just friends hanging out. We all came together, and we just went out on the town and just had a blast. And obviously did brunch.
Let me know when you guys want to come to fucking Canada, and then
only during the months of June, July, and August. Outside of that, it might be too cold.
Yeah, no, fair enough. It's minus 20 here right now.
Exactly. See, it was in the 80s here today. Like I can't do it. Like I went outside and said, "Oh, it's a little warm."
Oh my god! Okay,
I'm getting my passport soon, so I'll be able to come.
Yeah, I got mine
anytime, buddy. So basically, what I'm hearing here is that I need to just fucking suck it up and come down there.
Pretty much. Come on down to the south, brother. Yeah, they're red states, but they're pretty damn affordable.
No, fair enough. I mean, like, I've got a buddy who lives in Texas that I got to go and see anyway. So,
oh yeah, hey, if you come to Houston, I will be glad to host and take you out on the town. So, me and Corey had some fun. We went out. I wish. I think I would do it better the next time. I think I would find some better spots for Corey the next time, even though we went out to a dope ass nightclub. But Corey was essentially put in a situation where he was the treat for the old queens to ogle over at the drag bar.
Well, you were propagating it, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of, I was a little drunk, so I was kind of egging it on. But
Yeah, I'm sitting there just mind my own business.
I was like, him.
He
Go
puts me
get him.
front and center. He puts me
No,
front
it's
and center.
it's fine. I'm sure Corey's fucking therapist will take care of all of that.
Oh
What?
yeah, right.
What was I calling it?
I said, I'm sure your therapist took care of all of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord, but yeah, that's guys. I mean, we really don't have any other conversation for y'all tonight. It's just words of encouragement, words meant to keep you going, pushing forward, and trying to be your best self, grow, try to. I mean, whatever for me, my goal is I wanted that forever love, and I was looking specifically for a trans woman to have that forever love with. And all of my work on myself to open my mind up to understand what it is to be a man, a lot more than what was told to me, what I was raised with, evolving my understanding of things, like that was all on the road to where I'm at right now. So, there are benefits to this. Just keep going. Don't give up. And if you get discouraged, by all means, come into the group event. We'll be there to support you. And if you have any questions on, hey, what am I doing wrong? Am I seeing this wrong? What's up? Like, get in the group, ask. We'll let you know.
Here's how the new mentality I've adopted on the dating scene, right? So I used to get, I just recently, thought this to myself, like I just needed to adopt this. So I used to get all distraught whenever, be talking to a chick and she finds out about YouTube and then, pushes me away. Like, oh no, like you're too open, or no, whatever. And I run into these issues. I just say to myself that I'm talking to her, we don't mesh up or whatever. I just say makes it easier for me to make way for somebody who's truly going to be there, tried and true in my life. So I look at it as a way is they're self-filtering themselves out. They can't handle you being in your truth, or if they judge you for certain things, and this is for any type of dating realm. If they judge you for certain things, because certain things you like, or the way you are, or whatever, let them filter. Don't change yourself for them. Continue to be yourself, and let them filter themselves out. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well put.
Yeah.
Hello, Miss Stokes. Oh, and hey, Michaela. And friends of the show. Oh, yes. And Tracy agrees. She says, yes, Corey, you win the night. Spot on.
Tracy, thank you.
So, yeah, Tracy has spoken. Corey has won. He is no longer canceled. He has earned himself an uncanceling. Hold on. All right. It is done. Corey is no longer canceled. He has won the night. But yeah, guys, thanks for coming on with me tonight. And again, to the men listening to this, if you are looking for a place to be understood, to be heard, please come to the Men Like Us Tribe Facebook group. Just so you know, we don't do fake Facebook accounts. Can't get in if you don't have a profile picture, and you can't get in if you got a Facebook account that was created 2 days ago. Like, it's all the telltale signs that they're fake. We just don't do that. So please use your real account and answer all the questions. Do not bypass the questions. You won't get in if you do, but answer the questions and we'll let you in. We're not here to be exclusive, and we're not trying to keep men out. We want more guys to join us. We want this community to grow. And this is a great place for men. Now I understand.
But also a minimum of a bachelor's degree is required.
Oh my fucking god!
A year.
And when you get in, you get your secret Letterman jacket, Dakota ring. Like,
there you go.
Exactly.
Must have a 3.5 cum to join this club as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. And
Guys, if you're looking for a place that you need to be supported in, sorry, I've got my son in the background walking around. If you're looking for a place to be supported in, this is where you want to be. This is the actual spot that you have been looking for, and you won't realize that until you come in and actually have a conversation with all of us, because we are all in there and we are all pretty much live in there. And if you can't have something answered right away, we also do have a messenger group that you can join, that you can ask whatever you want.
Sure.
And for like Chris, myself, and Corey, we're generally in there a lot. There's a couple of other guys that are in there very often or all the time. Don't shy away. Join us. If you join us, we can help. If you don't, there's really nothing we can do for you. So
Yep.
everybody's welcome. Come and join us if you want.
And you know what? And now this is our plea to the ladies, because let's be real, the ladies know far more men than we do. Ladies, if you know a guy who's struggling, if you know a guy who could use some community or use other men to be around, by all means, refer him to the group. There are men of all levels of experience, all ethnicities, all backgrounds. We're all in there and we're all supporting each other. And, if there's a guy that says, hey, I need you to help me come to terms with myself, and I'm struggling with being open with you, and I'm struggling with this, and I'm struggling with my masculinity, I'm struggling with not trying not to be gay while doing this, and if he's using you like you're his therapist, you can shift all of that right over to the group.
Yep.
We have and then the group is very active. We have multiple posts going up every day. Now, not every post in there is about trans anything, because we're just guys as well. So somebody might put some, a LeBron James joke in there, because we're just guys. We like anime and video games and all that shit too. But when it's time to be serious and when it's time to be vulnerable, we do that shit.
Exactly.
We do that shit.
That's the time. Like, that is the time where if you need that, the humor kind of goes away.
Yeah.
And right, like, and we all kind of bunker down together.
Absolutely.
Another thing I'd like to add to that as well, too, for any guys out there too, if for whatever reason, if you feel intimidated to reach out directly to the group itself, you could. I can't really think of any of the guys who do the social media, like Jay Alva, Chris here, myself, who, if you reached out to them individually, if you just want a one-on-one to initially maybe try to get into the group, or however you want to go about it, we're open to that as well. Any step that you're willing to take to be your true self and being open about things, we're willing to help you take. But you have to be the one to take the step yourself. You have to reach out via email or chat line, whatever, however you communicate us. I know I have an email specifically set up for the YouTube channel. I know Chris probably has a couple of different emails for his different social media platforms and whatnot. I mean, you can always.
Oh no, it's the same one.
Same one? Okay, well, there
Same
you go.
one. Email their questions, comments, concerns to Men Like Us podcast@gmail.com.
Yep. So, you can always reach out to any one of the guys, whatnot, And we're all busy guys, too, but we will get to you eventually, I promise. As soon as we can,
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, like, I'm a busy guy. I'm like, I have kids and everything like that, but I will always take the time to talk to somebody that wants to come into our community. 100%.
Yeah, reach out to Chris. He's not that busy. He works part-time.
Yes, I work
reach
a
out to
part-time
Chris,
job.
and then
correct.
From Chris, he'll delegate to whoever works best.
Oh Lord, I've actually done that though. Because I've had guys who are like, "Hey, I'm married, and I'm just starting to understand that I'm attracted to trans women." And it's like, okay, well, really for guys like that, it's like the biggest thing is to figure out, okay, are you just physically, sexually attracted, or are you romantically attracted?
Yeah,
Because you know, you can.
Well, there's a big difference.
Oh, absolutely. You can see a trans woman and be like, "Hey, I like the outer casing of what's happening here. You're pretty. You got pretty face. Your body's banging. I like all of this." But at the end of the day, you know, when we're both naked, I'm not with that. That's not my speed. Or I like what I'm seeing here, but that's not what I'm interested in for a relationship.
Yeah.
So, you know, some guys even just have a fucking crisis when they figure out, oh, dang, these girls actually look good. Am I gay? Does that make, what does that do? What does that do to me? I don't know. Yeah.
Who am I?
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what Stanley screamed on Pose season 1. What are you? I don't know. It's like, all right, well, so I mean, it is sadly, it's a thing. It can be a crisis moment for cis men when they realize, hey, actually, I mean, I like women and they're doing a pretty good job over there and they're looking good as fuck. Like, I think she's pretty, but that's still not my speed. Or it is my speed, and then they gotta figure it out, you know. So, anyhow, not that I've ever encouraged anybody to cheat or do anything outside of the, you know, formal agreement they have with the opposite gender or anything like that. But you know, I do help. We do help guys parse out that kind of shit, and you know, going through that and parsing it out and doing the introspection and talking it out, you know, really helps you learn you. So, but yeah, it's about that time, fellas. We're gonna have to wrap this thing on up.
All right.
But Colin, Corey, I appreciate you guys so much. Colin, if you make it down to Texas, we can have some good times down here, man. Have some fun. Corey, if you come back, we'll do it again. We'll run it back.
Let's try to set something up with the three of us, where I can fly my ass down there and.
Yeah, hey, I'm here, bro. I am here. So
bring some Canadian.
I love this city. Bring some what?
Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon? Are you kidding me, buddy? I'll bring some fucking Canadian beer, and then you guys won't know what to do with yourselves after 2 of them.
Oh, damn. Damn. Hardcore. Yeah, no, I can't do that. I can't do that high impact beer, bro.
High impact? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that high alcohol content shit. You know, like the like Ice House beer. Like, nah.
I don't know what that is, but even my Pabst is higher alcohol content.
Oh wow. Well, hey.
So
the Brew City appreciates you. Since, you know, Milwaukee had the Pabst Brewery, Miller, Schlitz, Leinenkugel's.
Well, if anything, they appreciate my bank account.
There we go. There we go. We appreciate your patronage.
Yeah.
There
you go.
But all right, guys, thank you so much. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Appreciate all of y'all on the stream. Thank you for dropping your comments and, you know, donating to the conversation. So, you know, shout out to Tracy, Miss Stokes, Michaela, Jordan, Raven, Roy, what up, boy? Lexus, Misha, Max, Shawnee. What's up, Shawnee? Is that who's that? Oh, that ain't that Shawnee. I grew up across the street from a girl named Shawnee. So I'm like, is that because I posted show on my personal page, so I don't care. Like, family, friends, everybody can see this shit. So yeah, shout out to Alexandria, Monica, Dion. I think that's everybody in the comments. So yeah, we're gonna see y'all either next week or the week after. We'll see. But till then, peace.